Based on the SOLEO construction system, the overflow concept completely transfigures the traditional swimming pool construction. Thanks to this technological innovation, it is possible to build up a very beautiful water mirror swimming pool, at affordable prices, in just about 8 days. A simple, robust and quick construction. The most resistant of all steels used in the construction of pools. Specifically designed for swimming pool construction kit, steel prime panels resist all kind of attacks. Is currently the most widely used on the modern swimming pool high-quality construction. SOLEO technology combines the steel resistance with the robustness of concrete and the elasticity of the liner. This feature allows it to avoid the typical problems of the traditional swimming pools construction techniques. Compatible with all kind of pool depths. RPI offers you 5 different types of gutter drain finishing. Total waterproof on liner 75-100 or 150-100 with a large available range of colors and patterns. After deciding the pool's location, its limits are drawn directly on the floor. The process is initiated in a specific point, previously established, which then acts as a reference for the rest of the pool's limits and depth. To the dimension of the pool, an extra 80 cm should be added on the side of the compensation gutter, and an extra 60 cm on all other sides, thus defining the exact excavation limits. In this process, the terrain is removed according to the limits previously established. Sufficient terrain should be left on location for the subsequent embankment around the pool. A steel structure must be included in the bottom slab to improve its resistance. Before applying the concrete, the bottom drainage has to be adequately positioned. The slab must have a thickness between 8 and 10 centimeters, be totally flat and free of irregularities. Once the bottom slab is finished, the swimming pool limits need to be drawn on it to define the exact location of the steel panels. This new phase should begin with the placement and fixation of a corner overflow panel in one of the pool's corners, directly over the concrete slab. The following operation is the placement of a straight panel, and the provisional screwing of the adjustable reinforcements, and overflow channel sustaining structure. At this stage, the panels are attached to both the bottom slab and the panel previously placed. Once they're all in place, it's detrimental to confirm that they're properly leveled. The next phase is the application of the compensation gutter panel, and all other components that go with it, such as the adjustable reinforcements, specially developed for that purpose, and the first elements of the compensation gutter sustaining system. It is important to constantly verify the leveling of these elements. The panels are now all in place according to the project. the leveling of the entire structure is to be confirmed and adjustments may be performed whenever necessary, using the adjustable reinforcements. Once the structure leveling is confirmed, proceed with the definite screwing of the panels. Finally, apply a small amount of concrete over the base of the reinforcements and panels to make the structure more solid. The placement of the overflow channel begins with the application of a corner piece directly over the channel support. A silicone line needs to be applied in each piece joint before they're put in place. Once this process is concluded, the support structure is readjusted to place the channel in its definitive position and the final screwing takes place. This process is repeated on all sides, except for the one where the compensation gutter is placed. Before starting the placement of the compensation gutter, it is necessary to install its support system. The positioning of the tank and its support is preceded by the application of a silicone line. Then, the closing piece of the compensation gutter, as well as other elements which are part of its sustaining system, are put to place. As in previous stages, the leveling of the pieces installed needs to be confirmed before the system is finally screwed in place. Once the structure is concluded and the channel is in place, the process continues with the placement of flow fittings in the pre-established panels for that purpose. In the compensation gutter, a bottom drainage and a sewer exit are put in place. The connection of the piping to circuit guarantees the circulation of water between the filtration equipment and the technical site. The connection of the equipment to the bottom of the swimming pool is guaranteed by a rigid pipe and, from there to the technical site, by a flexible one. Before placing the hung aluminum profile, it is necessary to apply liquid PVC in all the gutter's junctions to ensure perfect tightness. The aluminum hung profile will provide an aesthetic finishing and serve as the liner attachment point. Its application is performed in the upper part of the overflow channel, all around the pool, and secured with a specific type of glue, previously applied. Once the piping system is completed and the aluminum profile is in place, the embankment takes place, all around the swimming pool. Prior to the pavement placement, a slab is built to serve as its base. A special outdoor glue is used to attach the pavement to the slab. The Fabistone reconstituted natural stone pavement is to be set in place properly leveled, and with a distance of 7 to 8 mm between the pieces. The overflow channel can be covered with a grid in the same material as the pavement. Finally, the spaces between the pieces are filled with adequate materials for that purpose. The liner is only placed after a careful cleaning of the bottom and walls of the swimming pool. Its attachment to the hung profile is performed by an innovative and patented system, with an aluminum finishing, giving the pool complete tightness and a beautiful aesthetics. Built in our facilities, by automatic processes, the liner comes in the form of one single piece which perfectly fits the pool. The bottom drainage is the first accessory to receive the frame and grid that complete it. This procedure is performed before the swimming pool is filled up with water. The placement of the outlet nozzle begins as soon as the water level is at a 10 cm distance from them. The joint is glued to the frame, which is then screwed to the panel accessory. The liner inside the frame is cut with a knife. As in the previous operation, the lights are placed as soon as the water is at a 10 cm distance from them. To end the process, the overflow channel is covered by a grid, giving it a special touch. In this particular case, the preference was for a stainless steel grid. Before the first diving, an initial test to the levels of pH and chlorine must be conducted, to confirm they're at the ideal levels. Finally, the swimming pool is ready to be used and provide endless moments of great fun and happiness.